Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for returning on time. We do have a special talk here by Aaron from the Google Cloud team. He's going to talk about how you could potentially work with us for hackathons and events at your campus. So without further ado, Aaron, I will turn the stage over to you.
Good afternoon to those of you in every coast except for the West. Nice to see you. My name is Aaron. I have been working with Danny, who you've been interacting with all morning and midday. I've been working with Danny for 5 years. So super excited to be here to tell you all about hackathons, how Google Cloud supports hackathons, and how hackathons at your school, or as we've all learned, virtual events can be anywhere, can be supported by a DSC. So let's move through. I have a nice little list of everything we're going to cover. First of all, I said hello, but like Danny, I need to say howdy. I'm also in Austin. And then as well, we're going to talk about, of course, virtual hackathons, what content is provided at these hackathons, a very new, exciting category challenge based on COVID-19, and then learning and career opportunities with Leslie. I think we should have probably synced up those slides. So cute little graphic. Danny, next, please. Cloud Hackathon Program Overview. Let me walk you through how we support hackathons. Next slide. Our mission. We want students to get excited about cloud. Is anyone surprised by that mission? Absolutely or not. And then together, which includes DSC, it includes the Google team, and it includes every participant, we can build what's next using the same technology that powers Google. Google Cloud is exciting. We know there's a lot of products out there, and we're excited to tell you about it. And we visit hackathons specifically for that purpose. I want to run you through some of the numbers from previous years. Danny, if you want to go back one more, I just want to show what you can see is year over year, 2019, 2020. This is the participation levels of Google Cloud at hackathons. So we had over 18 events in 2019, 29 events in spring 29, and you can see we've had a tremendous number of event volunteers. Now let me show you those results. Next slide. So hackathon events, we have reached across all of our efforts in the past school year, 68,000 student developers. We've met 700 plus higher ed institutions, and then 153 hackathons across North America. So 153 hackathons and reached by Google Cloud. But as I was sharing, we only have a small part of that where we have the availability to attend. And part of our availability to attend is whether or not there's a DSC lead at that school. That is one of the factors we decide on as important to whether or not we approach a school, and whether or not, this is what's great for you all, whether or not we have the student support to generate the excitement and to fully experience the Google Cloud like hackathon operations. So let me show you though the next set of numbers. We had 165 individual, unique, no repeat mentors who attended events last year. Now, of course, we're all living in a different world. Those mentors for, I would say 75% of the year were in person. The last 25% actually even worked out better for us, and we had more mentors in virtual events. You're gonna learn all about the opportunities with virtual events. I am gonna say one thing. When your virtual time zones are irrelevant, unless you're making your schedule, always put your time zone on your schedule. I'm not sure we've said that enough yet, but time zones are irrelevant. What school you're attending, whether it's next door to the other and you would have traveled versus travel across three time zones, which is not very affordable. You have so many more opportunities this year, and I'm going to show you what's going on. But our volunteers provided 3,000 hours, and we have 40 events coming up just so far this year. Thank you, Danny. How do we support hackathons? Major League Hacking, you're probably familiar. I like to consider it the sports league of hackathons. We are the primary cloud computing sponsor of Major League Hacking. Now, what does that provide you, and what does it provide you and your fellow students? We support 200 events directly with cloud credits, as well as category challenges, the opportunity for tech talks, opening ceremony, just to say hi, and all of that fun. But don't be distressed if you know of an event that's not MLH. In this new world, events are being created. They are being created within 2, 3, hopefully 2 weeks, and they are applying for MLH accreditation. It's fast track. So But don't worry, if we're not MLH, we are still supporting events. We are supporting events with credits at a reduced level. I'm sorry, credits. We are focusing on diversity and inclusion. And then as well, even non-MLH events, it's even more important that we have one of you on your campus to help us better understand the event, the people we're working with, and to help you provide us content. So where are we going to be this fall? I know the type is little. You might want to zoom your screen. We are at the following events in calendar order. I'm going to let you read through. You can get excited if one of them is yours, and you'll have the opportunity to reach out. And you can also be excited that if it's not on here, you have the opportunity to tell us about it. So a lot of events going on. There's even a Cloud Hero in the list, and I'm going to go through that because I can speak quickly. So event credits. I talked about event credits. There is the opportunity for $50 or $25 worth of event credits. Danny, if you want to move to the next slide, let me show you all. There's the breakdown. And then as well, one of the stock copy is what I'm going to call it. But one of the emails you would receive that would say, hey, you, here's your credits, click here. Now, the event begins. Next slide. It's got a really cool little animation too. Let's all take a moment. But event begins. Where do we all start? If you've been to a hackathon, if you've been to any event, even weddings have opening ceremonies with a 1 to 3 minute, hey, everybody, here's your cloud credits. Here's what we're up to. Here's our tech talk. Let's all log into the console together and boom, hackathon can start. We're here to support with mentoring. Now, moving beyond that, we have presentations. We do tech talks, 1 hour tech talks. Sometimes we do one, sometimes we do multiple. It all depends on the amount of content an event needs. It's an opportunity to share not only like entry-level products, sometimes we cover higher level products because why not? Virtual events, you aren't constrained by the location and finding a room. You're not constrained by people moving between events. I tell you what, I am excited about virtual events. And you've all probably heard like different tonality in regards to like, oh, we're doing a virtual. I always, with my team, Danny, Brian, me, virtual is a huge opportunity and it is for you all too. So I hope you're excited at the opportunity, the amount of content and the availability provided to you by being virtual. But let's take a look. What do we run through in our presentation? Now, Danny, you may not have seen this. We can breeze. This is an intro of everything we cover in one of our tech talks. We tell you, what is it? Let's stick to the product slide right there, Danny. These are the products that we can cover in one of our tech talks. As well, these are the products that our mentors have experience in to help you. There's probably a few missing because every day there's a new one. We can go ahead and skip 2 more. Google Maps API has been very well used over hackathons. As well, the next, we love machine learning and very much dependent upon cloud computing, as we all know. We have fun stuff, Vision API. We talk about label detection where we draw a picture and hey, machine learning, tell me what it is, right? Super fun. And then face detection, I couldn't even tell you who's behind those green boxes. So, but I'm hoping Vision API can, which it did. And I'm a little, well, it tells people are full of joy, but it didn't tell me their name. But that's also to be expected. Natural language API. Then we have, where does all of this lead? An event category. So let me walk you through it. We said hello at the opening. We shared credits with you. We've said, hey, we're here to help you build a project. Now, why build a project? Well, of course, let's provide you with an opportunity to win something. Why not? Next slide, best use of Google Cloud. It really doesn't get any easier for a category challenge. Use a Google Cloud product. And here on the right-hand side, I'm going to let you take a look. But there's the prize pack, sent to everyone. Sent to everyone because we can't give it to you on stage. But hey, everybody likes to get a FedEx at their door and go, I wonder what that is. Next, excitingly, this rolled out 2 weeks ago. You are the first large group of students to hear about the new COVID-19 Hackathon Fund. And I'm going to throw challenge from Google Cloud. Danny, if you want to share, what is this word salad of a category challenge, because it's long, it's supporting projects that are solving for the current challenges of COVID-19. We are unrolling this at hackathons so that they can Receive up to $5,000 in Google Cloud credits and guidance from a developer. What I like about this category challenge is not just one team wins. Every project that submits for this category challenge is reviewed by our judges. Multiple teams are invited to apply, and all of those who are invited to apply receive guidance, not only in the application process, but then afterwards, once they're awarded credits, and then pushing through to December 31 to complete those projects. Exciting. Hackathons are not just a weekend with this prize. Now, prize categories, we'll take a look. Everyone do a quick read. Okay. Now, how can you be involved? Let's plug you all in. Next slide, please. Cloud Hero. You're going to learn about Cloud Hero's turnkey content that is provided to DSCs. We have turned it into a content opportunity for hackathons. Remember when I was telling you like, hey, we need your support at some of these hackathons? We're always going to reach out to you. If there's a hackathon at your school, there's several of you already. You're going to hear from me because you have hackathons starting this weekend. So what are we doing? Virtual events, unlimited content. Hey, Google Cloud, what can you give me? Let me give you a Cloud Hero. Let me introduce you to our DSC lead. Here's what we have. It's turnkey. It is a gamified version of Quick Labs working towards badges and certifications. Danny, if you want to move to the next, here's just the agenda. I think this does a great job of describing what's going on. Kind of like this meeting. Hello, everyone. What is this? Data and ML. Let's go through it with a Google developer guide. Then we're going to help you all walk through the opportunity to finish additional labs. And then, hey, let's all get together after a few more minutes and play a game. A gamified final lab. We've all been sitting at home. We've all been on our phones trying to talk to our friends. This is an activity with your friends that for me, I know I get excited about because otherwise it's the same activity of sitting on my balcony with my dog. And as Danny knows, I think it's 98 degrees. So sweat it out, enjoy your friends. And we're going to sweat it out at a hackathon. We're going to host content when available. You will always be updated if we are hosting an event at your school. But I also implore you, please feel free to reach out in this virtual world. It doesn't have to be, an event doesn't have to be at your school for you to participate. And that also goes for just participating in hackathons in general. And I'm sure we're talking about it. We highly encourage you, interact with your fellow students, create a community. If you're going to go to a virtual hackathon, PennApps is a huge 1,200 hackathon coming up in 3 weeks. Hit up the community on Slack. Hey, anybody else going? Create a team. This is really an opportunity for you all to be involved in hackathons directly as a volunteer, directly as a content provider, but also as a participant and a participant in the DSC community. Create your team within DSC, go to an event, you already have friends, make it happen. So thank you all very much. Again, Aaron. We'll follow up with emails. You have all of our information. It was a pleasure. I hope you all are enjoying. Best wishes for the start of the school year. And I will turn this back over to our MCs. Thank you all.
Hey, Aaron. Thank you so much for that. I know it was a very quick breakdown, but I think it was very informative for everyone. We do have one question I would like to ask you before we head back to our breakout sessions. As a DSC lead, could that help us get MLH approved? Last year was our first hackathon and we got rejected, and I'm applying again this year to be an official MLH event.
Absolutely, and in all of us, as we move through our career, access is everything. So reaching out to us and having the backing of the DSC program, as well as the Cloud Hackathon operations, will connect you with MLH if it's been a difficult time working through that short calendar for approval. We've done it in the past, and we're happy to support as best we can. So absolutely, reach out. Let's see what we can make.
Well, thank you so much for that, Aaron.
You're welcome.
This has been a blast and a quick 15-minute chat from one of my favorite people, Aaron Yates. So thank you so much for joining us.